Stadium in Cincinnati. Today, a good battle in the AFC. It's the Cincinnati Bengals and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen with you. The second-year man, Cam Little, has the honors. And off we go here in Cincinnati. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. So here come the Bengals. And Greg, there is no denying the talent of this man. Joe Burrow led the league in passing yards and touchdowns a season ago.
We're looking at one of the most gifted quarterbacks in the league. And really, Mike, it's not just post-snap with the arm talent and the ability to make every throw, but it's even what he's able to do before the ball is snapped. He's one of the smartest quarterbacks in the league. Remember, coming off an injury-shortened season just a year ago, he's looking to prove he's still an elite quarterback in the NFL.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Short one here to Hudson. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards.
It's a gain of 12 there. And the Bengals going to have a first down.
1st and 10.
They do a really nice job of picking up the pressure, and that's what allows him to have the time to go through his entire progression. He sees his check down wide open, gets the ball into his hands, and he does the rest.
And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
To the 49-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a first down.
It's a pretty simple read. It's man coverage. They run a little interference on the inside, and that makes it hard for the defender to stick with their man, and it leads to an easy pitch and catch.
They'll run here with Brown. Trying to bounce that one outside, but only to be able to get back to the original line of scrimmage.
He was taken down.
Well, nothing doing here, and I think you can see pretty early on. Now, while he's trying to remain patient and see if a hole pops, it's just too slow of a developing play. He never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss.
Burrow here on 2nd down. To the left side, caught by Chase. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
7th play of this opening drive, and here's 3rd down. They'll try to sneak it here. That's going to be pretty close. Looked at first glance that he had it in. He does. First down.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
Play action now. It's Burrow.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and 4. A carry here for Brown. he'll be near the first down marker. It's called a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on third down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
They'll go with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's fourth down.
No gain on the play.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this fourth down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
They'll try to run. And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up first and goal.
This play should always end up converting a fourth down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. And he will wisely just get rid of this one and set up second and goal.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
So the ball's still at the 8-yard line for second down and goal. Back to throw, Burrow. That is caught back corner of the end zone. T. Higgins. Touchdown, Bengals. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Evan McPherson now to kick the extra point. He's got it. And the Bengals will take a 7-0 lead.
Bengals 7, Jaguars nothing.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. On the return, it's Parker Washington. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here come the Jaguars, and Greg, it brings out Trevor Lawrence. Many ups and downs in his first 4 seasons. Now year 5 for the former #1 overall pick out of Clemson.
You think back just a few years ago, Mike, Trevor Lawrence coming out of Clemson, he was regarded as one of the top quarterback prospects of the last decade, and at times he's fit the billing, but it's been the inconsistency, protect the ball, turnovers. If he can clean up a lot of those miscues, he could be one of the top quarterbacks in this league.
That ball broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up second down.
Really nice job there of not only tracking the ball, but then putting yourself in position to make the play. And that's step 1. I promise you step 2 on that sideline. His secondary coach is saying, hey, next time you can get your hand on the ball, let's try to come away with that takeaway.
Here's carry number 1 for Travis Etienne. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
That's caught over the middle by Thomas. A gain there of 16 yards. First down, Jacksonville.
Move those chains. That's good for a Jacksonville 1st and 10 at the 41.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35. They get 24 on that one. That's good for a Jaguar. First down.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
Quick throw there. That's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the receiver really didn't have much time to get himself open. So the incompletion brings up second down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
Lawrence out quickly to Thomas on the RPO. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
In motion is Hunter. He shows that sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he searches for a gain of about 5.
Taken down at the 14-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Second and 5. Here's Lawrence. Now a screen set up for Etienne. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Good drive to this point. Now can you convert on 3rd and 3? And he can't get away. Down he goes back to the 16.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
So it is 4th down. That'll bring it on Cam Little for this Jaguars field goal. Little's kick is good. And the Jaguars are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So after the field goal, back out is Little to kick this one away. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense going to take over now for the second time. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. The tight end Fant in motion. He'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. It's a nice start to the drive, a gain of 10, and a quick first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Gesicki, the man in motion. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down.
At the 44-yard line. Brings up second down.
From the 44-yard line, here's second and a couple. Here's Brown.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Burrow fires quick to Higgins. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
On the ground, it's Brown. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
The size, the speed, and the strength of this defensive tackle was on full display, Mike. He defeats the block, strikes the ball carrier at the line of scrimmage. He's able to bring him down, keep it to no gain.
3rd and 5. Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. It's left side is made by Higgins. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
So as the saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
And he does some good work on the ground here. Going to take it inside the 30 with a run of 8 yards.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
From the 29, here's second and 2. Throwing is Burrow. Short one into the hands of Gesicki. And he's going to be out of bounds and just beyond the line of scrimmage. That's all they needed to pick up the first down.
This play is actually really well defended here. But I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
Now Brown. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is, it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, they're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
This one caught by Chase.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 6.
Here comes 3rd and 6. To throw is Burrow. This one complete to Higgins. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Here it is on 4th down. And they continue to churn out first down. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
That's another.
I know it's 4th and short, Mike, but at this distance, you actually have to clear a lane out. You can't just fall forward or push the pile. So that conversion, it's as much of a credit to the blocking as it is to the running back seeing the hole and hitting it.
Now, throwing. That one, take it in. T. Higgins. Touchdown, Bengals. Make it 2 touchdowns in the very first quarter of play. What an opening quarter he is having. Greg, that is 2 touchdown receptions here in the first quarter.
Mike, all this guy has to do is keep this pace up, and he's going to have himself 8 touchdowns. But in all seriousness, if I'm this quarterback, I'm not looking anywhere else until this defense proves they have an answer, because right now, they don't have one.
On is McPherson for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Bengals extend their advantage to 14-3.
14. Jaguars 3.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Washington now to return it. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Jaguars offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They'll start out first down and 10. In motion is Hunter. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. Not much there, maybe a yard.
25-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Oh, what a throw. Swinging it across his body and complete. 4 catches already in this opening quarter, off to a hot start as he picks up the first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and we're able to convert.
He finds his tight end. That's Brenton Strange. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
16 more yards.
That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A first down.
Jacksonville, 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Down a handoff. ETN. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter.
At the 37-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
1 quarter in the books. 14-3 is the score. Greg and I back here in Cincinnati after this. The Jaguars with the ball as quarter number 2 begins. So, from the 37, here's 2nd down and 3. As we are ready to get back underway. That's the former Colorado Buff Travis Hunter. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
Gain of 22 yards.
That pass play good for 22.
Jaguars.
First down, Jacksonville.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
That's just such a tough throw. I mean, that's all arm. Being able to get your body turned and throw back across your body. I mean, it's one thing if you're just throwing it a couple yards to a check down. But in this case, he's still willing and able to push the ball downfield. And it does come some danger when you throw back across. But in this case, it's a big completion.
And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
Brian Thomas, the intended receiver. Now it's going to be third down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
They put Strange in motion. Lawrence from the gun here on third down. And that is incomplete. Travis Hunter was the intended target. And it's going to lead to fourth down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. And now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
The Jaguars field goal. A 29-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Jaguars cut the lead to 4. It's 10-6.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
So after the field goal, back out is Little to kick this one away. On the return, here's Jermaine Burton. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense and running back Chase Brown headed back onto the field. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. Slot man in motion right. They go play action for Burrow. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase, and it'll be second down.
I'll tell you what, Mike, considering how this offense has played in the first couple possessions, I'm surprised that one wasn't completed. It seems like that's the first miss of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Continue to build on this momentum because so far they've come out hot in this one.
He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down.
And the Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Whoa! And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second and 3. They'll stick with him again. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
They'll empty out the backfield and line up for third and 3. He'll find Case. That's complete. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They bring Chase in motion. 2nd down, Burrow. That's complete. It's Yosibah. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. The defense throws a chance to get off the field as the offense converts 3rd and 14.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
Burrow to throw. Searching for some kind of seam to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
Anytime it's 3rd and short, you better account for the running back out of the backfield, and that's exactly what they do here. Great job by the defense, taking him down for a loss. Brings up 4th down.
4th down, and the Bengals will bring in Evan McPherson for the field goal try. This one from 54 yards out. And that is no good. He missed it. And this is going to remain a 1-possession game.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
On 1st down, Lawrence. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow. So that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there. And more times than not, he's going to run under it. But in this case, just a little bit too much on it. He winds up overshooting his man.
He finds De'Ami Brown. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
A gain of 17 yards.
First grab of the game for Brown. Good enough for a 1st down.
First down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes. And there is a lot of room to operate.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
It's now second and
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. That's to Hunter. He's got it right side. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
It's a gain
They
of
get 18 on that one. That's good for a Jaguar. First down.
Jacksonville.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the...
And that is caught on the right sideline, but it's out of bounds, says the official who was right there. Not the most accurate pass. It's incomplete, and it's second down.
Well, it's going to go down as an incompletion, but it wasn't from a lack of effort. I mean, he did everything in his power to try to get both feet in bounds. The pass just took him a little bit too close to the sideline, and he just wasn't able to save the play.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Here's a third and 10. Lawrence. That is going to be all in. He's got it. De'Ami Brown. Touchdown, Jaguars. That a big score, Greg. They continue to get points, but after not getting touchdowns, this has to feel really good to this offense.
It really does, and I think anytime you can build on your confidence that now you know the rest of this game, you can finish these good drives. Coming away with 2 field goals, those are wins for the defense. So now a win for the offensive side of the ball, and got to see now if you can keep this rolling throughout the rest of this game.
Cam Little comes on now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Jaguars move back to within 1.
Bengals 14. Jaguars 13.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Now Burton on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Out comes Joe Burrow and the Bengals offense to take over once more. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. Spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. First down throw for Burrow. They'll set up the screen to Brown. This one going to be sniffed out. Blown up in the backfield.
Well, the best screenplay is, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
Burrow here on second down. That's into the hands of Yosibach. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
We'll find Brown out of the backfield. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
And the Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. They get 22 yards there. It's a Cincinnati first down.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pick.
Burrow fires quick to Higgins. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Second down at the 42-yard line.
Second and 10. Here's Burrow. He'll get this out wide. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
It's pretty well read there defensively. Anytime you throw these quick passes to the wide receivers, you're looking to pick your gain up after the catch. So let's give credit to the defense. Rally and tackle in space and keep that to a pretty modest gain.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. A big half continues. Already 2 touchdowns on the score sheet. And here, this grab gets him a first down.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering strike.
Try him again. Another one to Higgins. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Gesicki, the man in motion. Now a second down throw for Burrow. There's that man again. Another catch.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
They've converted 2 third downs already on this drive, and here's 3rd and 4. And that is hot in the end zone. He's in. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Cincinnati. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
McPherson now for the PAT. He gets it to go, and the Bengals extend the lead to 8. It's 21-13.
Jaguars 13.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Washington now to return it. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll do so with 1st and 10. In motion is Hunter. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. It is Logan Wilson up to make the play.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. He'll dodge one would-be tackler. Will wind up getting a nice gain of 6 on the play.
That's a gain of
This
6.
just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
He'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. And it sets up 4th down.
4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Bengals offense and running back Chase Brown headed back onto the field. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. 1st down and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. The toss, left side, caught by his running back. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 4. Play action now. It's Burrow. To the left side, caught by Chase. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. Burrow finds Chase for a big one. 32 yards.
At the 37-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Here comes 2nd and 4. Working out of the gun, Burrow. Who out another catch for his favorite target. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a 1st down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 16-yard line.
2nd down, they need 3. Back to throw, Burrow. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Mike Gesicki was the intended receiver. 3rd down coming up. Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. This is caught for a touchdown. There is a penalty flag down. Let's see if this one holds up.
Pass interference. Defense.
down is McPherson for the extra point. And look at this. The extra point is blocked. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Washington now to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Travis Etienne and the Jaguar offense ready to get back to work. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Throw left side, taken in by Thomas. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
16 yards.
The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime.
40-yard line.
Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Now here's Lawrence. Now he takes off. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18. Now a timeout for Jacksonville. Their second, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half.
At the 42-yard line.
First and 10. Throwing is Lawrence. This pass is caught by Thomas.
Lawrence's pass complete to Brian Thomas Jr. A gain of 4 brings up 2nd down at the 38-yard line.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. In motion is Hunter. Now the Jags will use their 3rd and final timeout. Cam Little for this field goal attempt. Spotted at the 45. This is a 55-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And they do not cut into the deficit.
Man, that would have been such a nice boost for this group going into halftime. The snap was good. The hold was good. He just couldn't quite get it through the uprights.
Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They bring their tight end right. On 1st and 10. A throw out wide. That is dropped. That could be a live football. So, halftime straight ahead. And we go down to Scott Hansen, who has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the 3rd quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you very much. We welcome you back on EA Sports for quarter number 3. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Jaguars offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. They'll give it to ETN to start this drive. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd down at the 32-yard line.
Play action now. It's Lawrence. This one caught left side. That's strange. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. 25 yards, the pickup there. 1st down, Jacksonville.
That's good for a Jaguars.
Talk about a thing of beauty. Mike, did you see how many tight ends were on the field on that last play? They call it 13 personnel because there's 1 running back, 3 tight ends, 1 wide receiver. So everybody on defense is thinking run. They catch him off guard a little with the pass, and they take advantage of it. It's a big game downfield.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Just a little too much east and west there for my liking. I understand what they're trying to do, getting the ball out on the perimeter, but on these early downs, plant your foot and get downhill. Great job by the defense stringing it out, and they're able to force him down for a loss.
2nd down, Lawrence. Rolling to the left.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. He's going to have the 1st down, so they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
That's good for a Jacksonville.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Once again, it's ETN. He'll push forward here down to about the 27. Demetrius Knight there on the tackle.
Yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
21 is the line to gain as we hit 3rd down. To throw is Lawrence. That one incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down.
Little miscommunication there. Now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
Jaguars field goal. A 44-yard attempt.
Little's kick is good. And the Jaguars are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
So after the field goal, back out is Little to kick this one away. Now Burton on the return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Bengals offense and running back Chase Brown headed back onto the field. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll run here with Brown. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Foye with the play.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 25-yard line.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. Burrow will find Brown out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one. And the Bengals going to have a 1st down.
Bengals 1st down.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice job by the quarterback getting that ball in his hands and letting him do the rest after the catch.
And he'll be taken down at the 10-yard line. A huge play there for the Bengals. It's a gain of 49.
Another Bengals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Handoff here, up the middle. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Second down, Burrow. He'll get this into the hands of his running back. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
It's 3rd and 11.
Good drive now faces a tough conversion. It is 3rd and long. Throwing is Burrow. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go down the field. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Wise decision, especially at this stage of the game. You certainly don't want to force something and let the other guys right back into the game.
So now they'll send out Evan McPherson for this field goal try. Officially a 29-yard attempt. He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
McPherson now, after making the field goal, is set to kick this one off. He fields it at the 8. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. There's Trevor Lawrence as he and the Jaguars get set for their next drive. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. They go play action for Lawrence. That's to Hunter. He's got it right side. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A gain of 3 brings up second down at the 31-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Now Lawrence. This one is caught, and it's the tight end, Strange. And he'll get about 3 here on 2nd down before he's out of bounds.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Third down, 3 to go. Here's Lawrence. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the 3rd quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 50. Jamar Chase headed back out there along with the rest of his Bengal teammates. And you see the numbers for him into this 3rd quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open and electric throughout. On 1st down, Burrow. Short one into the hands of Gesicki. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 23-yard line.
From the 23, here's 2nd down and 4. A carry here for Brown. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Well, the defense gets a rare win. We've seen this ball carrier have his way on the ground pretty much all day today, Mike, and give credit to the defense. They were able to get back in the backfield with some penetration and bring him down for a loss.
Gesicki, the man in motion. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Andre Yosivach was the intended receiver. And it's going to be 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
But Jaguars offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. The drive begins with a carry from ETN. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. B.J. Hill shuts it down there.
Brings up 2nd
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
3rd down and 9. To throw is Lawrence. He's got his man down the field. It is a big completion. A big one there on 3rd down. Good for 26 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start. Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Lawrence now on 2nd down. Open man downfield is Brown. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
Jaguars, 1st down.
Great pre-snap recognition here by the quarterback. He looks outside and sees man coverage, and he knows exactly where he's going to go with the ball. Now it's up to the receiver to create separation at the top of the route. Ball's on time, great placement, nice big pickup.
And he ran right through one tackle, fighting forward. Good gain on the ground of about 7.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
Off he goes. Fighting for the goal line. He lost the football, and it's out. And he's going to take it in for the touchdown. Whoa. Have a friend in the right spot at the right time. The fumble, not a turnover, but a TD. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Extra point by Little is good. And the Jaguars will cut the deficit to 7. Scott, thanks. Probably a tough halftime for the defensive coordinators, trying to do something to slow down these offenses. What a show they put on in the 1st half. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Charlie Jones now to return.
Your shit is a lot more accurate than I remember.
To the 21. That's where the drive will begin. Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense are going to get set to take over once more. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. To about the 25. Devon Hamilton up for the stop.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it.
First and 10.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that first down himself.
Now a run on first down. Heeling forward for maybe a yard. Devin Lloyd, the linebacker, there to stop him.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second down at the 34-yard line.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. Burrow to throw. They'll set up the screen to Brown. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
Here's a ball thrown deep, right sideline. This one's broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The Jags offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll step up and run. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
22 yards. Move those chains. That's good for a Jacksonville. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
The challenge of defending a dual-threat quarterback in the NFL, Mike, is that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, you defend everything perfectly downfield, but it's hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself, and he picks up a big gain.
And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. That one good for 26 yards.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. And you look out there and you have a mismatch. You have a linebacker or a safety on your running back. He's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here. And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
They'll run it once more with Etienne. And he's going to be close to a first down. Looks like he'll have just enough to keep the chains moving.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
This one is complete inbounds, but not a whole lot out of it. It just gets back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more.
That was a nice-looking grab. Really nice footwork there on the sideline to stay in bounds, but after all that, it's still not going to result in very much.
Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Lawrence. That's caught over the middle by Thomas. And he'll take this down to the 6. That's good enough for first down, 1st and goal.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the first down.
This one caught at the 4.
Lawrence's pass complete to Travis Hunter. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal at the 4-yard line.
Inside the 5, it is second and goal. Lawrence. For the end zone, but it's batted away. Incomplete. He was open for a moment. Defense closed quickly, and now it's third and goal.
A bit of a risky throw here in the end zone, Mike, and those windows down here tight, they close so much faster in this part of the field. By the time he let it go, the defender was already in position and was able to make a play on the ball.
Lawrence from the gun here on third down. It is brought in the end zone. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Little on now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Jaguars will even the score here in the third. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. The Bengals offense back onto the field for their next possession. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive that starts with first down. To throw is Burrow. Passing right side, and Chase has it. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, here comes a second and a yard. Working out of the gun, Burrow. That's into the hands of Yosibas. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a first down.
That's good for a Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Here's Brown. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
So the offense trots out the old jumbo package. So they bring out 3 tight ends, big bodies. But the defense kind of sees it coming. They've got to change it up. You can't be so predictable. Big bodies run, small bodies pass. And I think that's a little bit of what's going on here.
Burrow here on second down. This one deep downfield for Chase. He's got it. And he is short of the goal line, but they are in business at the 1-yard line.
66 yards.
It's a big play when they needed it the most. A gain of 66 yards. Tie game, fourth quarter. What a sequence looming here as we get to first and goal. Hero is in. Cincinnati. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the fourth quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now that pressure shifts to your defense, your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
McPherson now for the PAT. It's up and through. And the Bengals will go up by 7.
Bengals 37, Jaguars 30.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Washington now to return it. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Play action now. It's Lawrence. That one knocked away, and it's incomplete. Geno Stone that time. All over him in coverage.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor. And this time, it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. Mike, I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it because it could have been even a bigger play.
And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. It's a gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Jaguar. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Here's a designed run. He'll step up and run this. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the mark. Another 1st down.
Jaguars 1st down. 1st and 10.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a 1st down.
Another Jacksonville 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
De'Ami Brown was the one he was looking for. It's 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him, and will bring up 3rd down.
He told us earlier in the week that his ball skills might actually be better than some of the guys he's covering, and we kind of chuckled. But it's pretty clear to see where that confidence comes from, Mike. I mean, the next step for him, not only go up and attack that ball to tie his point, but come down with the pick.
Open right side. That strains the tight end. 11 yards on the connection there. 1st down, Jacksonville.
That's good for a Jacksonville.
Okay, so now you pick up that first down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the two needed needs to be fast, because you need every possession you can here late in the fourth quarter.
He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
And in motion is Brown. The RPO, that one is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
It's a pickup of
The
6.
timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
That's good for another Jacksonville first and goal at the 2-yard line.
Sure, they're thinking about the decision after the touchdown since they're down 7. But first, they've got to get the TD. It is first down and goal. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Tootin. Driving for the end zone, and he's in. Touchdown. A huge touchdown there in the fourth quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the fourth quarter. All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Out comes Joe Burrow and the Bengals offense to take over once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Now it's Pira. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 9. To throw is Burrow. That's complete. It's Yoseva. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
You see so many of these crossing concepts, Mike, at every level of football because they're good versus man, they're good versus zone, and the best thing they do is they get the ball out of the quarterback's hand and in a good position for run after catch.
They go play action for Burrow. First down throw there is incomplete.
And with nothing open downfield, he tries to find something underneath. But give credit to this secondary, Mike. I mean, they had everything covered up, and this one ends up just falling incomplete.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Play action now. It's Burrow. Oh, fine work there defensively. Got that hand in there. That pass is incomplete. T. Higgins, the intended receiver on that one. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
And this is where the timing of these passing games, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front of him.
Brian Thomas now, and the Jaguars offense getting set for their next possession. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. The rush gets there. He goes down and inside the 5-yard line. A rookie from A&M, Shamar Stewart, in there to drop him, and that's going to be a loss of 9 to open this drive.
That sack almost became a game-altering play now for this defense. Now, while it didn't exactly happen, they're at the point now where if they can force a punt, think about the field position they'll be able to give their offense when they take the field.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Man in motion is Brown. Now 2nd down throw for Lawrence. Throw on the run is complete. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Now here's Lawrence. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
That is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Bengals offense and running back Chase Brown headed back onto the field. We're all even, 4th quarter, so every drive so important at this stage. And they'll start with 1st and 10. On the ground, this is P-Rob. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
It's a loss of 2.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
2nd down, Burrow. Short one here to Hudson. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. It's a Cincinnati first down.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A first down.
That's a heck of a run right here, Mike. Tie game, fourth quarter. Everything's on the line. Can you win in the trenches? Can the threat of that run continue to balance off the pass? And that's a big gain there as they try to go take this lead.
A quick slap taken by Chase. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Closing in on 200 receiving yards for the game. He's been outstanding. That one good for a first down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
The crowd making their presence felt. This is 3rd down. Now, Burrow. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's 4th down.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6? And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the 4th quarter.
So they lead by 3 here in this 4th quarter. Now have to turn it over to the defense as they kick it off. This will be returned from the 6. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They go play action for Lawrence. Oh, that's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 32-yard line.
Ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Open man. His tight end screens. A big one here in the 4th quarter. And even 30 yards.
Big-time play there as they try to cut into this 4th quarter deficit. At this point in the game, Mike, remember, you're just going to get a couple more possessions, so you have to make the most of them, especially with the lead being this close for the taking.
He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
brings up second down at the 34-yard line.
It is 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That's caught over the middle by Thomas. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
I think they're going to have to be more creative here on the back end with the types of coverages they show this quarterback. Change the look pre-snap to post-snap. Mix in zone, mix in man. They got to make it more challenging on the quarterback going forward.
Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
Now a screen set up for Etienne. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on second down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
Needing to convert here on 3rd and inches. It's the quarterback with the sneak. He will have the Jaguars first down. Maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. Short one. He's got screen.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Now, 2nd and 4. That is caught. And he's in. Brian Thomas. Touchdown, Jaguars. Here's Cam Little for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Jaguars have taken a 4-point advantage.
Bengals 40.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Jones now on the return. Half midfield to the 20. And he's going to take this all the way back. 93 yards. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Doesn't it feel like we go weeks at a time, Mike, without a nice return in the kicking game? But now here late in the 4th quarter, he finds a crease and he hits the hole and doesn't stop until he's celebrating in the end zone.
Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. An important extra point up and good, so the lead is 3 here in the late stages of the game.
Jaguars 44. .
2 So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready to take over once more. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Lawrence. There's that man again. Another catch. The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here. And they'll get together prior to the second down play.
Second down at the 35-yard line.
Throwing is Lawrence.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big third down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have 4th down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. The Bengals have got it. And now, following the turnover, we have an injured player on the field. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. Here's P-Rock. Now a timeout for Jacksonville. Their second as they get it with just under a minute to go in this football game.
Second down.
Second and 5. Run, it's P-Rock. He'll be taken down, but just like that, they are in business. It's 1st and goal. Now the Jags will use their 3rd and final timeout. Get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one. Ball resting on the 9. 1st down and goal. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So this one, a win for the visiting Bengals. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that is the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.